All right, just want to make mention, we've got this band right here that goes down in here. Please don't forget to put that in there. I went ahead and put everything in there, this piece, all that. I was getting ready to put the oil pump on and I saw that clamp, so you got to make sure you got that in, otherwise you'll be in a nice world of hurt. But figured I'd throw that little tidbit in there before I forgot, and save you guys a hassle. But I'm sure you'll probably notice it. If you take everything out, put everything in an orderly fashion, you'll be able to see it. Won't be too bad, but I just didn't see it. But anyway, just want to make mention of that. Pretty easy to get in, just throw it in, put a screwdriver around, walk it around. Not too bad, but that's it for that part. All right, so the next piece we got to get in is this little band here. You can see where it's got an arrow on one end. That's basically pointing to the bell housing. So all we're going to do is just slide it in here like so. Let's see. Somewhat of a pain to do this one-handed, as you can probably see. Be careful not to beat it all up. Okay, and we have it in there like so. Okay, so make sure that's all nice and clean, no dirt or anything on it. Okay, and the next piece will be this. Of course, want to make sure that's clean as well. This one might be a little bit tighter to get in there if that band's somewhat tight. We'll slide it in like so. Basically in between the band. I may have to loosen that band up a little bit. Okay, see it's starting to go. And I believe I have it in there. There we go, nice and set. Okay, and it's spinning freely. That's just how it should be. Okay, so that's in there. Let me figure out what else goes in there and I'll add to it. All right, this is another important part. I got the pieces in over here. Turn the transmission on its side for this next part. I've taken this part out and it's been so long I actually had to go back and look at my videos because I couldn't remember how this piece went together. I had to replace these O-rings right here. They were actually seals. They actually got a split on each one. Be careful with those. I've already actually barely nicked it up on the edge there, so you want to be very careful putting this on or taking it off. I couldn't remember for the life of me how this went together. I was thinking this piece went in here on the shaft, and then this piece went over it, if you see what I'm saying. If I took that part off, I thought this part went on like so, and then this piece went on over that. That's not the case. Okay, so trying my best to do this one-handed and not mess it up. Very gently sliding it in there. Okay, so if I can get it in there, bear with me. I definitely don't want to go throwing it on the ground. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Very hard doing this one-handed. But anyway, once this goes on, which I can't really do it very well right now one-handed, I'm trying, but it's somewhat of a tight fit. But once you get this on, I'm almost there we go. There's no ring and that'll seat up in there. Okay, this is the front, this goes to the rear, the transmission. This is the bell housing end, this is the other end where the end clutches go. Then what you do, you have to make sure all these got little clutches in there. These all have to be lined up in there as well. This will go on like so from the other side. And once that's done, you got them all lined up, then you'll have this piece that goes on the back. Okay, so I may have to go off camera because I got to be able to line all these clutches up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that shaft in there. I flipped the transmission back up on its side, going straight up and down. It's fine now. Now the only other piece I've got to do, I thought that was it, but before I start working on other stuff in the oil pump, but I got to get this piece in there. This is the front clutch kit. I've got a 6-disc Kigley clutch kit in there. Now it's got clutches that got to line up as well. So I'll just be flipping it over like so. and setting it down on there, making sure all the clutches are lined up. Then the oil pump will be going back on. All right, so I got that part down in there. Just basically flipped it over, slid it down. I had to rock it back and forth to get it to line up on each clutch. And it finally, after all 6 clutches lined up, it just dropped down in there in the slots like so. I went ahead and put my gasket on here for the oil pump. Now all I have to do is put this on. I believe I've got new O-rings for the oil pump, if I ordered those, which I do think I did, and the one for the outer piece here as well, this outer O-ring. Once that's done, I'll throw that on there. Yeah, I've already got the new O-ring on there on the pump. So but then flip that over, bolt it down, and that's good to go for that portion of it.